Firehouse 94, you have a run, fully involved video from a Shadowbox. Details on your MDTs now.
Hello everybody, this is a Shadowbox and welcome to Farming Simulator 19. Here back in Ravenport. Alright, it is 6:20 in the morning. We have less than $5,000 and we need to correct that because we need to buy 2 more horses today in order for my massive profits plan to be realized. So we do have a contract going, as you may or may not have seen on the title page. We have a Valtra that is out in the field. Put on my stream hat. However, I did a couple of passes with it, and I think we're going to need some more fertilizer, so let's go buy a pallet of fertilizer and deliver it. So I've purchased a pressure washer, so now our case and all of our tools are nice and clean. I think our next big purchase will either be a house or a maintenance shed. Well, obviously we still need to get more fields. I don't know, we have possibilities. Alright, let's go purchase a pallet of fertilizer though, first things first. Alright. Just one more big bag of solid fertilizer should do the trick. We use like a third of the fertilizer, or I used like a third of the fertilizer that was in the fertilizer spreader, and we got like 25% done with the contract, so just one more bag. Should be enough, as long as we don't really waste any. Because basically what that tells us is one bag of fertilizer does about 25% of the field, so getting 4 bags of fertilizer should get us to 100%. Worst case scenario, we'll have to buy 1 more bag of fertilizer. Which means this contract's not really going to be that profitable, because we've spent $5,000 on fertilizer. The leasing costs were $6,000. And this contract is paying us $22,000, so we're already halfway into our payment here, just between fertilizer and the leasing costs. So I'm hoping we won't have to buy any more fertilizer. However, I didn't really think about it. I do own a fertilizer now. I didn't need to rent this equipment, especially because I think that the fertilizer I have is pretty close to this working with. This is already 3 passes in here. In fact, now I'm curious. What do we have for working with here? Fertilizer tech. This is a working width of 12 meters, and the sprayer that I have, crop protection, working width of 21 meters. So it actually would have been better for me to use my own equipment on this. I'm going to have to remember that. For fertilizer missions, I can now use my own equipment. That would have saved us quite a bit of money, actually. I just leased the equipment out of habit. Would have saved me money, and we would have gotten the job done faster to boot. We'll just leave the case here for now. Alrighty, I just assumed that this fertilizer spreader, since it's so much larger, would have a larger spraying width than the sprayer that I have, but I guess that's not the case. So I've been playing Minecraft again lately, of all things. And it's, I've downloaded the Immersive Railroading mod into the Direwolf 20 pack. So there's just like a ton of mods I've been playing with, and I'm basically trying to create like a train set within Minecraft. So like have a farm where we can like take rolling stock to go and get bunch of wheat and crops, and then bring that to a processing plant to get flour, and then bring that into the city to a bakery. Do the same thing with like mining, have specific, like this is a gravel mine, this is a sand mine, this is a stone, this is an ore mine, that kind of thing. And then transport all those goods to their respective destinations. So I might do a video, or I might do a live stream just on that, just to try to gauge some of the interest in videos like that. But not until after it's all like set up. It wouldn't really be a Minecraft Let's Play, it would just be like a custom version of Train Sim at that point, basically. In fact, it'd be better than Train Sim because you wouldn't have to spend $800 to play it. If it's popular enough, I might even put together like a custom mod pack and then release the map and say you just need to download this mod pack in order to play it. Speaking of mods, I've had an idea for a farming sim mod that if nobody beats me to it, I might try to put it together, though I would have to learn to use Blender. But basically, I'd like to buy fuel barrels, like the same way that you can buy pallets of everything. Just basically like 4 fuel barrels on a pallet, and then you can bring that to your farm and like reload your fuel your fuel trailer from that, or your equipment from that, and it would be cheaper than going to the gas station, basically. I'm not sure if there was a mod like that for Farming Sim 17 or not. That could just like be easily converted. Simulator Gaming, hey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Man, I tell you what, this field we did a sugar beet harvest on. That was the last live stream. That took almost 4 hours. I didn't do the whole thing on stream, obviously. And I'm doing pretty well, Sin, thanks. Just got home from visiting my girlfriend out of town not that long ago. Decided I wanted to live stream before taking care of some house chores, so here we are. Probably going to be live streaming about an hour, hour and a half. Because I do have a lot I need to do tonight. As long as we have enough money at the end of this contract where we can purchase a couple of horses, I'll be happy. And then we'll probably do one more contract. Hopefully with our own equipment, I can find another fertilizing contract to do. Our own field needs fertilized as well, so we'll need to take care of that. I'm just going to try to even this out a little bit. Alright, once we get to 2,000 liters, I'm going to check our usage, see if we need to go purchase another pallet of fertilizer or not. As long as we're at 50% or more by the time we're down to 2,000 liters, then we will be good with what we have. If we're below 50%, then we're going to need to buy another pallet. A lot of new mods came out since the last time I played. Most notably, in my opinion, was the Big Bud tractors, which are awesome. We're going to have to try to get one eventually. Probably won't be for a while, though, and not until we have a shed that we can actually store it in. Because that's a huge tractor, and probably a very expensive tractor, and don't really want to leave that just outside in the rain. Coming home, I actually saw a case quad track pulling a cultivator through field, and man, those things are huge. I'd never actually seen a quad track in real life before, just in the game. And the game does a pretty decent job at conveying the scale of those machines, but not like seeing it in real life. I mean, I wasn't right up next to it personally, but it came pretty close to the road, and got a decent feel for the size of the machine. Oh, I missed our 2,000 mark. It's like we're so close enough. We're at 60%, so we should be good. Should have about 100 liters to spare when we complete the contract. Then we will go take care of our field.
Switches on, powered up. Don't forget that you're the reason I'm alive. I'm the one you design. I'm connected, but I'm not really online. What am I? Where am I? Why you acting like I'm not really alive? Switches on, switches on, switches on.
Now I keep going back and forth with this game if I really like the lighting in it or not. Like at night, in the early night, it's pretty dark and looks pretty good, but then as you go through the night, it starts getting light. It's at like 2 in the morning, it looks like it's about to be dawn, which I really don't like. And like the atmosphere, it's just like the skybox. The skybox is too bright, too early during the day. I don't know if it's just this map or if it's the whole game, because I haven't played enough on the other maps to really notice it yet, but definitely on this map, the skybox is too bright, too early in the day. And the lighting transitions are kind of sudden. It's like in the evening, it's like you go from early evening to late evening, like a snap. You can definitely see it. I don't know if we'll get to that point in the game today where I can show it to you, but it's like there's no middle evening. It's not a very smooth transition. So now that I'm getting more hours into the game, I think I'm near 40 hours at this point, I'm starting to notice these things. And I can kind of start to understand why the game is only getting mixed reviews on Steam. If someone was looking into getting into Farming Simulator, this is still the version that I would recommend, just because as a base game it is still the most feature-rich. But I can definitely understand why longtime fans are a little disappointed with it, even if I personally still think the good outweighs the bad. And I've been playing Farming Simulator since 2011 or 2013. I technically played 2011, but only for like 2 weeks before 2013 came out, so... I am going to try to record a video tonight. Probably not a farming simulator video. I'm thinking a 911 first responders video, because it's been a while since I've done one of those. Or maybe a Euro Truck Sim video. But I've been doing a lot of live streams lately because they're relatively easy to do compared to recording a video. And I just haven't had very much time lately to keep up with videos. I might try to do FSX again, because since I did upgrade my processor, it has a much better single core speed than my old processor. I might be able to get away with doing FSX flights again, even with all the extra add-ons I put in. The reason I stopped doing FSX in the first place was because I couldn't get through a flight without it crashing, because I purchased a bunch of Orbex scenery and Caronado planes and stuff like that, so it would run out of memory and scenery would stop loading and then it would crash. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do some flights again. I'll probably try to do that on Sunday or Monday. Alright, please tell me we are more than 75% of the way done with the field. Oh, we're 90%. Awesome. So we almost didn't need to get another pallet, I think. But I'd still rather have that extra wiggle room, plus we'll be refunded whatever we don't use. So we definitely needed that extra pallet, because now we've got less than a pallet's worth in the tank. We should be completing any time now. %, done, huh? Alrighty. Do another contract today. Hopefully we'll do a fertilizing one where we can use our own equipment and it'll just be pure profit for us, apart from whatever fertilizer we have to use to complete the mission, obviously. Alrighty. About to get our payday on this contract, which will allow us to purchase our daily horses. So we'll do this, and then we'll purchase the horses, and then we will spray our own field that needs fertilizer. Our grass field also needs plowed, but I don't really want to purchase a plow right now, especially because then we would have to reseed it in grass, and that would just be irritating. Alrighty. Definitely enough money to get our daily horses. So I can't decide if I should do Farming Simulator videos as well as live streams. I think it might be a good idea for the people that like Farming Simulator but don't like live streams. I might also move my live streams to a different channel. Just because I know a lot of people don't like live streams all the time. I might even just move my live streams to Twitch, to be honest. That might be a good idea, actually. I think I'll keep this series on YouTube since I've started it on YouTube, but then any future live streams might be moved to Twitch. Taking out stop signs. Street signs. They weren't called stop signs. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't have that many followers that watch the live streams anyway, so I might as well just start from scratch on Twitch. Actually, how are our horses doing? They need some hay. So let's grab hay bale real quick. Just one should be enough for now. While we still have our pallet forks attached and everything. Still hooked on something. There we go. And that's definitely within acceptable limits. So since we're in the tractor right now anyway, go ahead and get this ready to swap over to field work mode, which is basically just dropping off the front pallet fork. Alrighty, we'll just leave this here for now and jump over to our pickup truck. Let's go buy a couple horses. I have seen some modded pickup trucks are coming out. Like, I think there's a Ford F-350 out and a PJ trailer out, but they don't look super great. So I think I'm gonna wait a little while before getting new mods like that. Most of my mods that I have right now come from the mod hub. Except for the scripts that I'm running. One I got from Reddit, one I got from Modster, I think. And the Stewart trailer I got from Facebook. But everything else is available on the mod hub. 2, 4, so let's get Bay and Black. Maybe we could just buy black horses from now on and say we're breeding black Arabian horses from Red Dead Redemption 2. Valuable horses, I'm telling ya. See them in there. Plus the black ones just look sweet. I don't think there's white ones. So we could just get black and white ones and say we're raising Arabian horses. Alright. So there's our new horses safely in the pen. We've only got capacity for 2 more. So I should check. Yeah, that means they're ready for more of, like, pretty much literally everything. So let's take care of the horses really quick. Or at least give them the water that they need. Because then we can do everything else with the tractor after we are done spraying our field. Alright, and I'm going to leave this hooked up because we need to go refill it at some point. Probably not right now. But at some point, we need more water. Alright, now I just need to be careful not to accidentally fill this with herbicide and actually fill it with fertilizer, since I have both on our Stewart trailer there. See, this looks like, in the back, looks like it's fertilizer. There we go. So we'll go spray our field. Quickly take care of the horses. And then go look for a fertilizer contract, just to get more money. And unfold this. Yep, we are definitely ready for some fertilizer on this field. I don't feel like that's 21 meters. Is there like an extension you have to buy with it? You see, this says 21 meters working with, but there's no customization. Compared to this, it says it's 12. And the fertilizer we were using definitely didn't have the spreading unit on there, so I don't feel like this is almost double what we were just doing. I feel like that's about the same. So I wonder if that's just like a typo. This is either not 21. In fact, this might be 12. If this was 21, we would be able to do this field in like 2 passes. There's no way this field is over 100 meters in length. Or width, I mean. So I think that's just an error in the store page for this item. I think this is actually a 12 meter working with, not 21. Either way, it's still worth using our own equipment for contracts, if we can. I probably won't ever use our own equipment for harvesting contracts just because of how small our combine's probably going to be for a while. I'm expecting to get the case combine that's available on the mod hub. That was the starting combine for Farming Sim 17. Just because that's a good, decent starting combine, I feel. And when we do eventually plow this field, I think I'm going to expand this grass field pretty much as far as we can. Alrighty. So really quick, we'll leave our sprayer hooked up actually to act as a counterweight. We'll just drop off our front weight and pick up our forks. So our horses are at about half capacity for hay and oat now. Which is funny because we didn't double the amount of horses in there. We increased it by a third. So I'm surprised it had that drastic of an impact on what the horses need. Let's go ahead and we'll just... go. And one more. Hopefully we won't have to buy hay bales anymore. Because our grass field should be ready to harvest in a couple of days, and what we have in the trough should last at least a couple of days. We're going to have to keep buying oats for a little while though, at least until we can buy the next field, and then we can start planting that in oats, and we should have enough hay to last us for quite a while. hay doesn't seem to actually be used that quickly. Okay, we're still locked down by something. I don't know what could possibly still be acting on that pallet, but something is. It's probably this one. You know, that makes no sense whatsoever. See how much one bag of oat will do. I'm pretty sure we could actually give all the oats that we have to the horses and it still wouldn't fill the trough. So why don't we do that? Hopefully that will... We're probably going to have to buy oat bags at least one more time. Because it'll be a little bit before we can afford that field next door. What is that? Field 22. That's $280,000. Ooh, 18 is actually probably the better choice for us. I think we'll go with 18. Just from a cost perspective. I wonder if I can unload both of these at the same time, if we can empty both the bags into the trough at the same time. Worth a try. If I could actually get the forks to line up. Shoot, I'm about to push him off the trailer. Ah, oh, darn. Alright, well, let's move the trailer, first of all. Oh, I can't move the trailer. Well, not gonna deal with that right now. The horses have enough oats to get through a few minutes. Let's refill this really quick. And let's see if we have any good paying fertilizer contracts. 1 second. Sorry about that, just had to mute up really quick because I was taking care of my nose. So we do have a fertilizer contract that's only like $500 though. Honestly, not really worth it. Field 14, Field 16, 18, Field 2. That might be worth it. Field 12. Field 12 is the best paying one. Let's see what Field 12 looks like. It is quite large, but it is fertilizing, so it shouldn't take too long. We might be able to get away with doing it with one load of fertilizer. So let's accept that for 12, I think. The other options were like 2. That wouldn't be bad. We could do 12, and then we could get the pickup truck to bring the trailer up refill the tool, go up and do field 2. I think field 2, yeah, field 2 is pretty, pretty small and pretty profitable, so this is probably a good use of resources. Of course, it would be a no-brainer if we had one of the self-propelled sprayers. We'll get there eventually. I think we'll do field 12, and then we might hit field 2, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream at that point. I just wanted to do a quick one today just to get some content out there. I still have a lot I have to do around the apartment today. Crashing through the bushes, because why not? One thing I do like about the sprayer over the spreader is you can tell ahead of time how, what you're working with is, so you can make the most efficient use out of it as possible. This looks like it's either potatoes or sugar beet. So this should be a decently high-paying harvesting job when it's ready. And not as painful as Field 8, that's for sure. So if this harvest mission on this field would be like $25,000, so that'd probably be worth doing. Depending on what the leasing costs are for the equipment. I really need to get a new charging cord. This one just keeps popping out. It's quite irritating. Alright, so one row takes exactly 200 fertilizer, and it gives us 16% completion. So we just round that down to 15% for ease. It'll take us about 8 passes, I think. Yeah, 8 passes in order to pass this, and that'd be 1,600 fertilizer, so we are going to have to bring the trailer up and refill, but that's not a big issue. That'd be 7 passes. So we might get away with it. We might have a deficit of like 100. So this is the first contract we've done with our own equipment. Which is excellent. I think our next piece of equipment that I need to buy needs to be a subsoiler or a culti-plow. Just something that's not super painful to use, like a normal plow. And something that this tractor can handle.
Let's go.
Of course, for plowing, we'd have to use wider tires than the ones we have on right now. I do appreciate how for this game they turned down the fertilizer requirement from 3 passes to 2 to get full fertilization. But they also added weeds and the who's who of gaming. How's it going? They also added, obviously, weeds and lime, so you still have a bunch of work you need to do to your field. I just realized my closet is open. Whoops, that looks kind of messy. Oh well. Should have retitled this The Messy Stream. So my new processor is definitely a good investment. My performance streaming is way better than it used to be. Streaming used to regularly max out my old processor to the point where we would start getting dropped frames, and now I'm getting 12% CPU usage. So I might try doing 60 FPS recording and rendering in the future, now that I have a processor that can actually handle it. We will have to see. Where are you uploading them to, Who's Hugh? I would like to try them out. Yeah, I'd be really interested in checking it out. modhub.to. What's your map called? Are they edits of the default maps, or did you make one from scratch already? Because that's pretty impressive if you made one from scratch. Easy Farm and Horse Trail Farm. I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Maybe I'll look real quick after the stream is over. I'm hoping we'll be able to complete the field here. Either with this pass or before the end of this pass would be nice. Oh, man. Gotta give you major props for that then. I tried learning Giants Editor in Farming Sim 15, and I was just like, yep, nope, that's not happening. Then I tried again in Farming Sim 17 to put the grazing mod in. Could not do it. Even following step-by-step tutorials, could not do it. So major props to you. Alright, so we'll finish this field, we'll get our truck up here to resupply our sprayer, go do field 2. And I think we'll probably wrap up the stream at that point, because like I said, still have a lot I need to do today before work tomorrow. Alright, how close are we? 96%. We might be able to finish with what is in the tank, which would be great if we can. We gotta be smart about what we have, though, in order to waste as little as possible. Just go back and forth like this. This way our fertilizer waste is minimal. The sell point doesn't work though, huh? Well, that's too bad. I hope you get that figured out soon. There it is. Awesome. $6,487. And we used not even $2,500 worth of fertilizer, so definitely worth the cost of, or definitely worth the investment there. Do one more field, earn a little bit more money, and then probably call it a live stream. There are not many object mods yet, so use objects from other maps. Ah, gotcha. Alright, so where's the field 2 fertilizer? There it is. Let's see, field 10, 42, field 2, 41. We're gonna be stingy. Where's field 10? You know, we have done quite a bit of contracts over in this general area of the map. So I think we're gonna do field 2, even though it's slightly less money, just because we haven't done much work up here. So let's grab our truck. Unfortunately, I wish I could knock off that hay bale there, but can't, so it's coming with us, even though it doesn't really need to. So this trailer's kind of pushing the limits of what our little truck can handle. Let's go first person, because why not? Oop. Now, who's you? Are you using the other farming simulator maps, like, well, let's take care of that really quick. Well, that's a good idea. Driving around the country, that'd definitely help you out. Okay, you can go up now, Barrier. The train is definitely moved away. I need to turn off that tab to train, I think. Oh shoot, I was supposed to go straight. Oh well. I'll use miles at... Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, so I think we'll just park our truck here, and then refill it on the way through with the tractor. Now, Field 2 is definitely not as large as this field, so we should be able to do it without refilling. We should definitely be able to do it without refilling. Did we really just take out of the other... Because this only has 2,000... Yeah. Ugh, that's irritating. So now we have two partially full pallets there instead of one empty and one partially full. Shallow Creek Farm. I'm gonna guess that it has a shallow creek on it somewhere. So we'll take... turn left at the next intersection, then turn right, and then it's the second field after we go around the point. Ready, so turning left, turning right. Oh, I know, right? I should be a detective. I'm really disappointed at the lack of collectibles in Farming Sim 19. Like, more than I thought I would be. They just gave you such a good reason to explore the map and really appreciate the map. And now it's gone. There's like really no reason to explore the map, apart from exploration's sake. You have to cross the creek to get into the fields. Nice. Oh, whoops, I'm passing my field. This is it right here, right? Sure is. Alright. This kind of already looks fertilized. What do you mean I don't have access to this land? Did I not accept the contract? No, I didn't. There we go. Oh, it completely changed the field. That was unexpected. Ah, gotcha, who's you? I heard a train whistle and I panicked because I thought the train was coming and I was going to get hit by it. But the train whistle's in real life because I live right next to railroad tracks. I'm streaming about another 10-15 minutes. Depends how long it takes us to do this field. We're going to be wrapping up after this field. A little bit of a shorter stream today, but as I keep saying, I have a lot I need to get done in real life, so... Wow, that's a crazy amount of sell points. I'm looking to see if I can see the train. I've recently turned into a train fanatic. Well, I've always liked big machinery. That's why I like Farming Simulator. That's why I'm a firefighter. That's why I play Flight Sim. Big machines make me happy. I'm not that great at being a train spotter. I can tell you those are EMD locomotives, but I can't tell you specifically what kind. The only reason I know that is because they don't have the flared radiator on the back, they just have the circular fans on top. Actually, they look a lot like that locomotive right there, the ones that are going by in real life. You're really stressing out your 2 Titan X's. Well, that's crazy. Because I have a GTX 970, and I don't think I've ever hit the max capacity for that, so I can't even imagine stressing out 2 Titan X's. That's insane. Of course, I don't do, like, I don't render objects like that. The most I render is videos. And that's mostly processor intensive rather than GPU intensive. Gotcha. Good. Alright. Nearly finished with this contract. Need 2 more passes after this one. Good. Glad you're happy with your computer build. I bought another hard drive to bring my total hard drive count up to 3, and then realized I don't have enough power cables to run them all. So now I just have a hard drive sitting in my computer that's not powered and completely useless. Well, I have an extra port for it. Like, I have an available port for it coming off of my power supply. It just can't reach because it's plugged into something else. So I need to order an extension cable from Amazon, and once that gets here, I'll be able to plug it in and run all 3 of my hard drives. Which will really help because my second hard drive, I have an SSD that's small. It's just like 200 gigs. And that's just for Windows and Windows processes and stuff like Chrome, CCleaner, but basically like utilities to actually make the computer run. And then I have another hard drive that is for games. And then I have an external hard drive that I've been recording onto and storing raw video files on. However, I wanted another internal hard drive that I could record onto. That was the train. Oh, you have 2 PSUs? I just have 1. I have a Corsair, I think 750 watt, so it's enough. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for joining. Who's You, really enjoyed talking with you. Until next time, I've been A Shadowbox. This has been Farming Simulator 19, and you guys have a good one.
Command, dispatch. Firehouse 94 in service. Incident terminated.